We are live on a Monday. Very good, very good, very good. Okay, yeah. Welcome back.
New season, new schedule.
Yes, the autumn season is on. Biatches. So, and my lovely co-host is finally back. Yes, because we have some very important topics to talk about this week.
Oh yeah, happy to be back.
And,
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a while. And yeah, there's some new Apple stuff been coming out tomorrow. And we need to tell you if you should be excited about those. Otherwise, you don't know. Because
Yeah, totally, because the information doesn't exist anywhere except for this show.
yes, exactly. This is the only yeah. You say that, but maybe for some people this is the only like tech podcast thing that they only listen to, and then who knows?
And you can't get your information anywhere else except for like podcasts.
Well,
That's just the truth.
yes,
Reliable information.
reliable, exactly. And if you you need to be exceptionally lazy to to not specifically search out for that information. But yeah, that's what we are here for. So we're gonna tell you
Totally.
if you should be excited or not. So yeah, we're gonna talk about Apple stuff, obviously, because we are, if you didn't know, we are both in the Apple ecosystem, and we're gonna tell you.
We are both slaves on the Apple's
I mean,
minds.
yeah.
Technology.
Although yes, I use in this very moment I use a Windows computer with so I use a PC pretty much daily, but not like hours and hours, but daily for some 10 minutes, 15 minutes at least to configure my Ethereum miners. Yes. Anyway,
So you're actual miner.
yeah, by the way, so other random weird news. I found this in a store. It's gonna rain down murder. No, yeah, Tupac, anyone? No? The rain.
It's a too old of a reference, I feel like.
Oh my god. Yeah.
You just caught up with the stream. I've never seen this before.
Oh.
Is this some sort of energy drink?
Yeah, you haven't seen it. Yeah, I was, because I'm kind of out of the energy drink game since I pretty much exclusively drink coffee, but I was in the store. What? The rain? And this is the razzleberry. I don't know. So, and it's from the UK, I guess. Was it?
Oh.
Am I correct on that? I don't know. I might be wrong. Oh, Ireland. Sorry. Yeah. Different.
Close enough.
Close enough. Yeah. So from EU, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
But is it an energy drink then?
Oh, this reminds me so much of I was kind of hoping this is not like, because the rain really looks like a M for monster basically, and I was kind of afraid that, because monster to me is a little bit too sweet, and I was hoping this is not that, although the can looks really similar, but I disappoint. This is very kind of sweet. This, yeah. A little bit too sweet for me.
I also don't like Monster. They have so many flavors, but I literally like one. I don't know what it's called, but it's this like, it comes in this like pink, like fuchsia, kind of like magenta colored can.
Yeah, ultraviolet something maybe?
No, that is more purpley, so that one is more on the pink side. But it has also actually pink bottle. So this one is somewhere between these two, and that's like the only flavor that I can drink. Like all the other ones, like the classical Monster, I cannot even like, no, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Energy juice pipeline? Punch?
Punch, yes, punch. Punch.
Okay. I don't know. Yeah. I.
Is it?
This one, right?
Monster.
Are you seeing the stream right now?
I'm looking at the stream right now. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the one.
All right.
Although it looks more pink than it actually like looks in real life.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. So that's this is the official.
Oh, your camera just died.
Yeah, no, it doesn't die, but yeah, it's the 4K dongle takes quite some time to kick in for some reason if I switch the scenes.
Oh my.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Maybe I will switch back at some point, but yeah, I have 2 Elgato dongles, but this took a little bit too long for my taste. Anyway, we're gonna roll with it anyway. So, do I have the stream? Come on, stream. I'm not seeing the stream. Okay. Yeah, the stream will be up, I suppose. Yeah, anyway, so, how have you been? Doing good?
How have I been? I just remember when was the last time I've been here, so I don't remember what happened since then.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
So I finished my training as a pizza chef. Did I talk about that?
Well, yeah, just
on the stream?
Brief. Yeah, you mentioned that on the stream, yeah.
Okay. So yes, I'm a certified now piano pizza chef.
Yeah.
I started working in the salad station, learning how to make salads. What else? My glasses broke, so I got myself a new pair of glasses.
Your glasses broke? How?
Very easily. I was just wiping them with a cloth, as you do normally. Just wiping, and they just snapped in half.
Oh, what?
I think I have somewhere the 2 halves. Yeah, not like the what do you call these things? Not like these things broke.
The frame and lenses, yeah.
Yeah, but just like the frame snapped in half, like here in the nose section. And and I was doing my best Harry Potter impression for a couple of days. I taped them together and because I also had to work and I didn't have a spare pair.
Okay.
So I went to thankfully Instrumentarium. I don't know do you have Instrumentarium in Pernod?
Yeah.
They had a like a campaign going on when you can get. I don't remember what exactly it was, but it was basically the first pair was cheaper than usual, and then the second pair was even cheaper than the first pair. Kind of was the deal. So both Maurice and I got a new pair of glasses.
Nice.
Well, he didn't need one, but like I was like, oh, I'm not gonna waste this like second free pair. I don't need 2 pairs of glasses.
Yeah.
Awesome. So that happened. So 2 weeks. Oh, it took so long. 2 weeks. So I had to wear lenses for 2 weeks. So that was interesting. But now I have my glasses. What else happened? Our building finally started to be renovated after many months of waiting.
Oh, the whole building. Okay, yeah, a new facade, right? Probably.
Yeah, new facade, but there's actually a lot more than that. Like they are reinforced the outside a little bit. They are going to change all the pipes in the building. Our landlord came and told us that this week or maybe next week they're going to come to see where to install AC. So we're gonna have an AC in our apartment.
Okay.
So that's nice.
Yes. Okay.
And they're also gonna soon start changing windows. I'm not entirely sure what they meant by that, because like our windows are okay, like like your usual windows.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they meant like for all the apartments or just the ones that don't have these like, well, whatever modern like windows that people usually have. So yeah, but it is already kind of late.
But you can you tell them that you're a Mac guy, that you don't use Windows, and no,
I don't. Yeah, I don't use Windows in my apartment. Yes, I don't need them.
yeah. Anyway,
I think that's about it. I think that's about all that happened.
yeah, okay, sounds good. Let me just quickly adjust you. Sorry for cutting you off, but because I see some kind of a delay in the. Is this acting up again? Where was it? The hardware acceleration thing? Is it better now? Maybe. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's just start, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
We'll see how it is. We'll adjust on the fly.
I quickly wanted to do echo cancellation. Okay. Yeah, anyway. Oh, damn it. I made a mistake. All right. So, oh yeah, one other bit of minimal update is the new background where our faces are now bigger because this neon box is a little bit bigger this week for both of us. But yeah, it's very minor. I felt like if you want to really show something, like I don't know whatever, then this would be a little bit nicer. So yeah, credit to my good friend Remo. And if you want an awesome logo like, damn it, this one over there, then he made it, and he's very talented. So if you're in the need for a logo, hit the link is in the description of this video.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, let's get down to business, because we have to talk about yes, usually this show is a little bit more Europe focused, but this time, yeah, there's not so much.
Oh my goodness. I apologize for any noises that may be coming from outside, but they are emptying the basement because apparently I don't really know what's going to happen to the basement, but apparently it's not going to be used as a basement anymore. So there may be noises coming from outside.
Really? Okay, that sounds weird.
So I apologize.
You're gonna lose the basement now? Are they gonna store what are gonna? Yeah. What? Okay.
I don't really know. Right now, it seems like judging by what they have been carrying out of the basement, it was basically just like a dumpster for like unneeded old furnitures and stuff like that. We don't have anything in the basement, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. They should do some kind of recreational room with like darts and ping pong tables and
right, yeah, like a proper man cave situation with some oh man,
consoles, everything.
If you can,
and these mini fridges with beer and stuff.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's get down to business now. So yeah, if you have been keeping up with the news, then this is the biggest news as of right now. Apple v Epic. Yes, of course, we have to talk about it. Usually, yeah, we talk about European stuff, but yeah, this is so big that we kind of have to talk about this one also. As soon as my camera catches up with me, I don't know. And yeah, the face-off of the two Tims, Tim Cook and Tim Sweeney. And yeah, it's very, very like, people see this basically, I don't know, they both won, they both lost, or one won or one lost, or I don't know. This is not so easily summarized, basically, who won and who lost. Basically, it's big because they both won, kind of, but then they both lost, kind of. So yeah, I don't know. What do you make of it? If you had to say, if you who won or who lost, it's not that simple, right?
It's actually the first time I see this headline.
Oh, okay.
And I was a little bit confused by it, so maybe you could read me some of the article and like tell what exactly Tim Cook said about it. But like the thing that I heard was that yes, the judge ruled that Apple should allow third-party payment processing on App Store. Is that correct?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's start from the beginning, basically, because yeah, this is not like really simple because okay, yeah, I wrote. Where do I start? Okay, let's start.
Yeah, okay.
Where it was before this ruling, and I have a really good example. For example, Netflix. Yeah, that's why I wanted to make this a little bit bigger. So Netflix, if you download the Netflix app from the App Store, it gives you only one button: sign in. It doesn't give you a button register or like go to netflix.com or anything like that basically. So you're supposed to be basically knowing with your huge ass giant brain that you need to go to
Galaxy Brain.
Yeah, Galaxy Brain, right? To go to netflix.com, register an account, pay the subscription, and then come back to the app to sign in, and then you can use it on your phone. Apple doesn't, the current contract before this ruling basically doesn't allow you to not even communicate inside the app that you have to go to netflix.com and to register basically your account, to pay it, and then you can sign in. So this was the contract for basically for all of them. Yeah, Netflix, Spotify, whatever subscription service you basically have. So this is not only to Netflix basically. So this ruling basically says that Apple is not allowed to block the information that where can you go to sign up basically. So EpicGames, Netflix, Spotify, they can now have a button. Go to netflix.com or go to spotify.com or Fortnite basically. Oh my god, my camera keeps freezing. God damn it, so annoying. And
your camera is too powerful for this capture card.
Horrible. Anyway, so yeah, and now they can have information inside the app. So instead of just the sign in button on the bottom, you can have register or go to netflix.com where you can have instructions like how to sign up actually to Netflix. Because if you're just a mobile user and if you like so many millions of people right now are in the year 2021, they just have an iPhone or an iPad or a tablet basically of any phone, and they don't care about owning a computer even anymore. So they have to know that you have to use your Safari browser to go to netflix.com, sign up, pay, and then come back into the app to use it basically. So, and yeah, that's changing. Third-party payment systems, not yes. Oh my god, this camera keeps freezing. Why? So annoying. Anyway, so basically the ruling says that if you go to Netflix, yeah, you can have the button go to netflix.com and register or something like that. So but there's a huge difference between that, and that's why like Amazon, for example, has this huge patent. Do you know the patent from Amazon? Even Amazon patented a one-click buy button. Just to, yeah, that's a thing, because Amazon knows, and every like e-commerce site, the less, it's called friction basically. So the less friction you can have in a simple transaction process on the internet. So for example, you buy anything and you want to click buy now, and then it says, oh, your credit card is like not entered or out of date or not even added, or you have to go get it. And then people are like, oh, but my credit card is in another room or in my bag, and the bag is so far away. And then it's like, okay, I will buy it tomorrow or something like that. And then you never buy it basically. So this is the friction that basically causes that. So it's less convenient basically and it takes a little bit more effort to pay. So Epic and Apple they all know this. And if you have like, so it's less convenient for Face ID, because it's very simple to, oh yeah, just click buy now with my Face ID or Touch ID, or it's way faster, and it has remembered all my credit cards and all my passwords, and so it's like, but yeah, so Netflix and Spotify and all these Epic Games, they will all lose definitely like money over this, because this is not what they actually wanted. This is the next story. Also, Tim Sweeney basically in his Twitter said that today's ruling isn't a win for developers or for consumers. Epic is fighting for fair competition among in-app payment methods and app store for billions of customers. So basically, Tim is saying that they wanted, Tim Sweeney wanted basically to use third-party payment processors inside the app. So if you can pay right inside the app, that would be the most convenient. So you have like, so
okay.
You have logged in.
I have a question then.
Okay, you have logged in your. Let me finish. It's because the button can be like pay with PayPal, and you have your PayPal account already signed in, and it's just one button basically inside the app. That's what Tim Sweeney wanted. But yeah, that's what he didn't get, and that's why Apple won. But in other terms, Epic Games basically won, that they can have now the buttons at least to go to epicgamestore.com, or what's the domain even? I'm not completely sure, but yeah, that's at least they
probably that.
Yeah, something like that. Or
Epic.store.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah. Yes,
okay.
Please.
Question then. So,
yeah.
Are you telling me that right now there is no way to subscribe to Netflix through App Store? Or Spotify or whatever subscription services?
Wait, that's a good.
Like, surely there is, right?
Question. Yeah, there isn't, right? Because if I click on the next button, it just says sign in. There is no register, I feel, which is weird. Okay, yeah. Okay, now I remember. Basically, so that's basically if you want to play the Apple game, then you can have a register button in your app also, but that automatically means that you're giving up 30% from the payment. If you choose not to have the register button, then you're like losing customers, because customers are like, what, is my phone not compatible with Netflix or Spotify or Epic Games, or what is going on? Why is there only like a sign in button? I want to create an account. I want to register. There is no register. The people will be like, okay, I guess my phone is not compatible, or what is going on? So Netflix is basically hoping for the people to know that they have to go to netflix.com to register an account, pay it, and then come back to the app. So that's what at least Netflix is doing.
Well, right now, when you go to Netflix on the App Store, it does have subscriptions in the in-app purchases. So it's still available. Maybe like once you log into your account, you don't have to be like subscribed to log in. So maybe once you log in, you are given an option to subscribe or something. I don't know. And Spotify as well. When you go into the in-app purchases on App Store, it shows premium subscription prices. Okay, so then I have another question then.
Yes.
So what Tim Sweeney and whatever his friends want is to have an option to allow subscribing to their, well, I don't really know, like, Epic doesn't have okay, it was Fortnite microtransactions, right.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't matter, so it's all the same. So they want to have an option to sell their microtransactions and whatnots and subscriptions and stuff without like paying for these through third-party payment processing. Therefore, like not giving Apple anything whatsoever.
Yes. That's the
okay.
Yeah, and that was the court rule. That was the whole lawsuit basically. That Epic is saying like Apple is a monopoly, and we shouldn't like pay a monopoly basically. Like if we don't want to, there should be other options basically. So yeah.
Another part of the ruling was that the judge ruled that Apple does not have a monopoly, right?
Yes, correct.
Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
This whole angle with monopoly was such bullshit from the beginning. I was like, I can't even believe that the judges are going to entertain this idea. But like, this is ridiculous though. Like, the judge would never even, you know, whatever, like, the legal issues aside, you know, how can you expect to be allowed to like have your app be hosted on a marketplace, such as, you know, App Store, just like that, you know, being hosted there, and then also selling your goods without like the platform holder getting like some kind of cut from it. You know, that's just ridiculous, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a free rent, you know?
Yeah. That's, I'm with you. Basically. Yeah, I'm also saying, like, if you choose to be on this marketplace, basically, that is promoting you also on this platform.
Regularly as well. I don't know about, like, Epic, of course, so they're, like, not on the best terms, but, like, Netflix and whatever the fuck are promoted all the time on the App Store. So like, I don't get it. It's very rich coming from Epic, and yes, I mean you can argue that 30% cut is unreasonable, and I would probably agree with Tim Sweeney that it is unreasonable, considering that, you know, Apple are just hosting the app on the marketplace. You know, that's it. That's the only thing they're doing.
Yeah.
But like, you know, wanting to completely just like sidestep the platform holder and just make all the money and not pay anything to them is like, okay, well, okay. And then they have the audacity to claim that they care about the small developers and it's not about them selling millions and billions of dollars worth of Fortnite bucks or whatever they're called.
Yeah, V-Bucks or something,
V-Bucks, yes, the nerve of them.
Yeah, the nerve also, because I can't see EpicGames as a good guy also, because come on, they basically copied PUBG and Among Us at this point, just basically ripped off, and I can't see EpicGames
okay, this is an old story, but yeah, you just mentioned Among Us. So are you referring to this mode that they made that is basically Among Us?
Yeah.
In Fortnite?
Yeah, exactly. It's basically Among Us, but without cooperating with the creators of Among Us ever.
Yeah,
Dude,
I find it very problematic as well.
come
I mean,
on.
of course, they didn't have to cooperate with them because, like, whatever the developer of the Among Us is, like, they don't have any copyright or trademarks or patents on the gameplay elements of the game, as they shouldn't. You know, I don't feel like patenting gameplay mechanics is a thing that should exist in the gaming industry.
Yeah.
And then again, like, they didn't invent this game. You know, it's existed in like a tabletop form for like
Yes.
I don't even know how long, for decades and decades before that. But like, if they really were what they claim they are, you know, and they really were looking out for like small developers, they would like, you know, do some kind of collab event or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
And
But
with the developer of Among Us, and
yeah,
just kind of
exactly.
be like,
That's
okay, well, you know,
that's it. All they needed to do, pretty much. That's just up, like hit up Among Us. Everybody would win, I guess. And but hey, yeah. So, but moving on with the story is not over because, yeah. So this is, oh my God, the camera is not cooperating with me. Come on. So, I talked about it also last week, but yeah, you weren't here, so I'm gonna like, because this is linked to the story anyway. So, yeah, this was basically the ruling for Japan in last week. So this was also basically the same ruling as with US right now. So US and Japan now can link external websites. Basically, yeah, buttons like go to netflix.com or EpicGames. So US is not alone here. So there's Japan, and the biggest, like the biggest hit to the Apple's walled garden comes from South Korea. Oh, come on. What the hell? Oh, yes. Ah, the goddamn drop down. Anyway, so yeah, so South Korea actually made law that you have to have third-party payment systems in your app. So that is even taking a step further than any of those countries, like basically US and Japan and stuff. So you have to have third-party payment systems inside the app. So that is like a South Korean law now. So naturally, after this news, Tim Sweeney and the Epic Games Store applied for the developer account to reinstate. Yeah, the developer account, by the way, from Epic Games is like suspended. They're not active anymore. And after this news, Epic Games was like immediately reapplying for the developer account to be reinstated in South Korea. But Apple, technically, there is no law that Apple has to approve the developer account of Fortnite ever, basically. So,
of course.
Yeah. So basically, Apple, I wouldn't be surprised, but because after 3 months of this lawsuit going on, I wouldn't be surprised if Apple is like, yeah, we're done for forever. Basically, we are not like launching Fortnite Epic Games Store ever on iOS anymore, pretty much. Maybe, who knows?
Which but they can do.
They can do, yeah, absolutely. This can be like very like technically personal, but so yeah, and Apple said basically to the application that they want, when they wanted to go back to the South Korean iOS store, they basically said, yeah, you have to agree with all of the terms for all of the countries, technically, not just in South Korea. So they're not making an exception for South Korea, basically. That's what they're saying to Epic. And Epic is like, okay, we're gonna sue once again. We're gonna do a second lawsuit now. And yeah, that's where we Siim, you sound a bit quiet. Okay, there's a audience member called Melissa who is giving me a little bit feedback on my
Oh, really?
I'm turning.
You don't sound quiet on Discord.
Interesting. Okay. Let me just quickly. Okay, there's a audience. But yeah, sorry. You had any questions about this?
No, I don't think so. I wonder what Apple is going to do, because like.
Yeah. Who knows?
I feel like if they are going to have a third party payment processing allowing in Korea, they're just gonna change it so that like if you change like whatever terms of service or whatever for developers, that instead of like giving them a cut off of purchases or in-app purchases or like purchasing the app or whatever, they'll just have to pay Apple flat fee or something like that.
Yeah.
For just existing on the App Store. And is that gonna be better than the arrangement that they have right now? Or rather, the arrangement that they had before? Because I'm sure that Apple is not gonna be like, okay, well, we don't need the money then. Moving on.
Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't. I think this goes. Because Apple has been known actually to have like, I don't know, what's the right word? Like a stinge, I guess it's the call. You mean I mean when I may forgive but I won't forget or something like that. I don't know. What's the yeah. Apple remembers basically like
vendetta.
Vendetta. Yeah. Oh, is it? Yeah, maybe. Okay. Because Nvidia and Apple. This was the whole MacBook 2011 saga, basically, where the old Nvidia GPUs were failing in the MacBook Pros in 2011, and at that point, Nvidia is also like a massive company with a huge ego, and so is Apple basically, and they were basically, yeah, we're not gonna work together anymore, basically, for the next, I don't know how many years was it that Apple shipped only AMD GPUs basically with MacBooks, and this was like, and basically the whole industry was like, come on, Apple, you need, like, this would be such a better machine if you just put Nvidia graphics into your machines, but Apple was like, nope, AMD is fine. But yeah, now anyway, so I wouldn't be surprised if Apple is basically saying like, yeah, Epic Game Store, GTFO, we don't need you or something. And but the other interesting fact is also like Apple's walled garden is pretty much crumbling a little bit because, yeah, again, Japan, US, South Korea, and China. China is also really looking into basically doing the same thing that, you need to have like other options to pay basically. So, and basically if some countries already are doing it, the other countries will be following pretty much suit, and Apple has to have third party, like at least the buttons and the links to where to pay basically for their service. So it's a huge win in terms of like, I have heard a lot of stories about like app developers basically that they're like, yeah, the basically the Netflix app, right? You can just say like sign in, and you can't even say to the people as of this ruling basically like, yeah, by the way, you need to go to netflix.com or to register, and like they couldn't be allowed to do that. So they weren't, again, with the contract of Apple. And this was so frustrating basically to them. And it was like, come on, let me just communicate to the user what is going wrong and why you can't like that the user is not assuming basically that your phone is not working with Netflix or whatever basically. Yeah, so it's like anyway.
So what I'm gathering from this is that the story is not over yet.
Oh yeah,
I feel like we're gonna be hearing about it for years.
Oh yeah. The Epic is appealing the court ruling anyway, so they already said that. So who knows? But one thing for me is pretty sure here. Yeah, Apple pretty much has to include all the buttons pretty soon in most of the countries anyway. So
the question is then, like, would people actually use these options? Because you already talked about friction.
Yes.
And the most frictionless method of paying for shit on App Store is to use Apple's own processing methods, you know?
Absolutely.
Subscriptions or like biometric confirmation for like single purchases.
Yep.
It's just all very seamless and works very nicely.
Yep.
So I mean, of course, Apple would lose money on it because some frugal users would actually. Well, that depends. That depends on actually whether Apple allowing third-party payment processing would result in cheaper prices for subscriptions and in-game purchases, because like. They can say whatever they want. Epic can say whatever they want, but I'm having my doubts about that they're actually gonna lower the prices on like.
Oh no.
You know.
Probably.
Purchases from other, through other payment providers.
Maybe.
And then like, what's the point? If it's the same and it's a lot easier and less of a hassle to pay through Apple's own thing, then what's the point?
Yeah, that was also a point in the contract actually. That okay, so but some people were like, okay, so obviously the answer is basically like make it cheaper on my own website to subscribe and just put like a more expensive option on the App Store, right? So the whole problem solved, right? No, because the Apple contract, basically the developer contract, was saying like, no, you can't have a cheaper option anywhere else than the App Store. So that was
which also kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
From perspective of Apple's whatever.
Yeah. Because so. And you can't even communicate like to go to the website of the developer and check out the prices there.
So it is gonna be like, you can pay through App Store or PayPal, but you will be paying the same price. Then it's like,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure that many people who use like iOS devices or like MacBooks, they're gonna be like, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, what's the difference?
Yeah.
I mean, paying through PayPal is also relatively like easy to do.
Yes.
But then, if you already had all your like Apple Pays and all your credit cards connected to App Store, and then it's even easier to do that through the App Store.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Somebody at Apple needs to do the math and estimate how much money they could potentially lose from this. But something tells me that it's not like much, unless like surely it's not gonna be like the third party payment processing will be like the first option. Surely it's not gonna be like that.
Yeah.
We'll see. The story is gonna continue for years, I'm sure.
Yeah, pretty much. I feel like Epic Games, probably Tim Sweeney, just I don't know. Most people are saying like they won a battle but lost the war at this point. So it's like, yes, they won something, but the bigger picture is still like, I don't know, Apple won broadly, I guess. Anyway, doesn't matter. So yeah, at least maybe if you were confused about this topic, maybe you are even more confused now. But I'm kind of hoping maybe this gave some, I don't know, some clarity about this issue. What the hell is going on even? But yeah, let's move on to some other creepy stuff that some other tech giants are doing in the world. Facebook.
Yay!
It's always Facebook, isn't it?
Oh, I love creepy tech stuff.
So now you have to look out if you're doing like some embarrassing things in front of people again, because if you thought the Snapchat classes were a good idea, then this will be, you're gonna love this, because these are very discreet glasses, basically, from Facebook, $300 and there's a camera attached to the glasses. So if you're ever in a public toilet, watch out with those things, and other people, I mean, they're filming you. Yes, there is a light technically shining in when it's recording, but come on, you can easily cover that up with some, I don't know, Sharpie, electrical tape, whatever you want, if you want to cover up the light. Even rip out the light if you're savvy enough to open it up or somehow. Yes. So basically just I don't know. I feel like this is a PSA, public service announcement story that, by the way, watch out. People are gonna film you in maybe some creepy. I don't know. It's.
I mean, it's basically, the same thing can happen with like a regular phone. So this is just like
yes, absolutely, but
a more discreet way to do that.
Yeah, but the phone, you can. People have been really creative with the phone recording also, but this is so many people know that you can record it with a phone, but so many people do not know that you can now record with your glasses, and they don't look so many. If you're in the tech news loop, then you absolutely know, but so many millions of people who will see this glass and look at it like, what? Come on. So
I feel like as a wearable, like smart glasses and like other wearable tech becomes more popular, I feel like we're gonna have some legislation about like where it's allowed and not allowed to use them as like, recording devices.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure, because like if you don't like regulate this, it's gonna go out of hand like super quickly.
Yeah, people were really upset about Google Glass. If you remember the stories about that, then like, when did Google Glass come out? Almost 10 years or something? I don't know. Yeah, and people were really upset that you can now record stuff, even though phones have had cameras for a long time now, but this is even. Anyway, so
especially coming from Facebook.
Yes, that is absolutely another big huge red flag for most of people, that's why they're branding, right, Ray-Ban, because if you're gonna say like,
I'm sure Facebook never actually is mentioned in the marketing materials for these glasses.
Yeah, exactly, like, because if you're gonna have like, do they have only Ray-Ban, right? On the glasses itself, the Ray-Ban, right? Or not? Is there like Facebook anywhere? No, right? I don't believe so. Yeah, Ray-Ban. Yeah, Ray-Ban basically. Yeah, no Facebook anywhere, because Imagine like.
Well, except for Mark Zuckerberg being there himself. So I guess, yeah. I mean, yeah, there is Facebook there. But
Yeah,
we'll see.
we'll see.
We'll see how like the Ray-Bans marketing gonna look like. Because this is the video ad from Facebook's own Facebook page, right? So it makes sense that Facebook is in there. But like, we'll see what the Ray-Bans advertising looks like.
Yeah, I know one person that bought the Snapchat glasses. One of my friends. But yeah, yeah, she's really into well, she was really into Snapchat at that point in time also. So that's why she was like, oh, cool. But yeah, you have to be content creator / influencer / life very exciting every day to buy these, I guess, because
yeah,
what the hell are you gonna use it for? Anyway, these are launching in US, Australia, Canada, Ireland, Italy, and UK actually. Interesting choices. I'm pretty sure Germany is not in there because Germany has pretty tough laws in terms of recording public spaces.
yeah, you see, already it's starting. So I'm sure that in the future these are gonna become even more strict in other countries as well.
Yeah. So yes. So PSA, watch out. People might record you with their glasses in your urinal, in your bathroom when you're together. Anyway, let's move on. There's a huge Apple event coming tomorrow. So should you be excited? Okay, sorry. Regarding the last story, I will now be suspicious of everyone wearing Ray-Bans. Yes, exactly. You should be, Mikael. You absolutely should be. Oh, come on. So, damn it. Camera working. So yeah, Kyrylo, should they be excited about iPhone 13?
I don't actually know because I have not been following the rumors very, very heavily. The only like piece of rumors that I've been hearing, which I totally believe, is that the Pro models will have high refresh rate screens. That's about it.
That is gonna be a thing. Yes, but the smaller notch.
Sure.
Yeah. Yes. So yeah, to me, yeah, we're not in the Pro model camp. We are both rocking the non-Pro, the iPhone 12.
Totally.
Just iPhone 12, non-Pro, and yeah, we're not gonna buy the Pro anyway. This, although I really would like to see my iPhone have Pro motion or high refresh rate. Basically, would be awesome. Not so awesome for the battery life, but yeah, smoother. I really like my iPad Pro. Feels much faster.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. I would also like to have it. Well, I mean, to begin with, how should I say it? Like, I wasn't hoping that they would put the high refresh rate screens on the non-Pro models, so that was one of the main reasons, probably the main reason why I got the iPhone 12. Because then I was like, okay, well, usually I upgrade every 2 years, and sometimes once I upgrade like after 3 years. So if I buy iPhone 12, then I can then get iPhone 14 2 years from now.
Yeah.
And then by then, surely they're gonna bring the ProMotion display to the base models as well.
Yes.
So that was like kind of my reasoning. And yeah, I mean, these rumors seem to be true. In terms of like the ProMotion Pro model thing. I'm looking, you have the rumored features you had just now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Sorry.
My main question was whether they're gonna keep the mini phone, because I quite like it. my goodness.
Okay.
Because I quite like the idea of the mini phone.
Yeah. But yeah, the rumor says 4 sizes, so probably.
Yeah, so it probably is coming. Although my understanding is that iPhone 12 mini was not a particularly popular phone.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. Come on, camera.
But
I don't think
But
so.
yeah, I mean, I feel like there is room for smaller phones, you know, to exist in the market, because I feel like some people still prefer them. Like for me, I use the regular 12, and it's like just big enough. Like I don't think I would ever go bigger than this size because it's already like borderline uncomfortable to use it with one hand. It's still manageable, but like, you know, it's already like can be uncomfortable sometimes.
Yeah. By the way, these are the sorry, the rumored colors also. The new colors for the 13. Apparently, like a deeper black, a bronze color, and like a
wait.
orange,
So
pink orange, something pink.
Wait. So the first two are the Pro models then, and the third one is the regular model.
I'm not completely sure.
Because the third color looks glossy to me, but the first two look matte.
Yeah, I think maybe.
Okay, it's like a hot pink.
Hot pink.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
And the bronze color looks okay, I guess. And the black is just black.
Black is just black, but I'm pretty sure if you're gonna see the new Apple coverage thumbnails on YouTube, absolutely the bronze iPhone will be the thumbnail for every single video about it, because black we had basically before, but but the bronze is like very striking. Looks very good, honestly.
The same way as green was the highlight color. Or was it green?
Yeah,
it was green.
Midnight
or was
green.
it blue? Wait.
Okay, yeah. Blue was 12 and midnight green was 11.
Okay. So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess usually they introduce like one new color per Pro model.
Yep.
I would say, I mean, it looks good, but I would say that both the blue and the green colors looked better than this bronze one. I'm especially curious to see what the side looks like, because it's probably gonna be like gold looking, stainless steel. And I don't know, like when you have these like shiny yellow colored metal, it can look very tacky to me. So I guess we'll have to see. And the pink one looks good. I'm still waiting for them to release an actual legitimately purple iPhone. Like actual purple, not this lavender bullshit that they released for iPhone 12.
Yeah, exactly.
And if they have iPhone 14 in like, well, ideal color would be for me like an eggplant purple, when it's like almost black but purpley. Or if not that, then just like a nice deep like violet purple. That would be my next color of phone. Right now I have just white because the current blue color looks okay, but not like good enough for me to. But still, the iPhone XR color line that they had, still the best one so far that they had. Just saturated, deep, like bright colors. That was good.
Yeah. I'm somehow. Where was all the everything we know so far? Okay. Apple Series 6. Oh, come on. Oh, damn it. Okay. Announcements. Here it is. Oh, come on.
So are you thinking that it may not be just iPhone event?
There was like a roundup for every single thing, like on Apple Watch, and let me just quickly. Oh, come on. But yeah, there will be like a second Apple event that they gonna release all the MacBooks, iPads, Apple Watch, all those stuff. That's
probably a little bit later, right? Like November or something.
yeah. Oh, here it is. Okay. Why wasn't this included? Okay. Yeah, but probably in October, most likely.
In October, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. They've been doing a lot more events, I feel like recently with Corona. Just more events, but focused on like fewer things. So yeah, I can totally see that. I feel like they have to release new MacBooks before the end of 2021. So, yeah.
So
October event sounds good.
Honestly, AirPods 3 look really kind of exciting to me, at least. I won't buy them because I have the AirPods Pros, but they lose the silicone tip, and they're basically just plastic, as the AirPods, the regular ones, have always been. And because for a lot of people, if your AirPods Pros doesn't fit in your ear correctly, then these are for you, basically. And
I'm curious if they're gonna like fit comfortably.
Maybe,
probably they will. You know, I mean, it's AirPods.
Yeah, I mean the AirPods have mostly been okay. If the AirPods Pros, basically, yeah, the silicone can be comfortable, can be not, but mostly the AirPods, yeah. So I know quite some people actually who don't prefer the silicone tips, and they're just, no, I don't want like shove a nipple into my ear, basically, and they're not getting the AirPods Pro. That's why. And yeah, I know but yeah, these are for those people, basically. But they will not.
I also
have noise cancellation. That's the biggest problem for me. Because otherwise,
of course.
Yeah, because if you don't have the silicone seal in your ear, you cannot have basically noise cancellation, and that's
I also don't like to have like in-ear headphones usually, but since AirPods Pro don't have this like plastic stem that like old in-ear headphones had, you know, it was like plastic stem and then silicone on top.
Yeah.
In like AirPods, it's just like a silicone, like a rubbery thing all the way. So it's fine, like it fits fine, so I'm okay with it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, AirPods need a refresh, I guess.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. Apple Watch makes sense to me as well.
Yep.
So this is for the October event, rumored October event, yeah?
Yes.
Or for this upcoming. Okay.
Yes, October, and AirPods and the Apple Watch. Yeah. By the way, also Ken was nipple in your ear. Yeah, you like that? The nipple. So the Apple Watch 7 is rumored to be having like a very boxy, very square-ish design, just like the rest of the Apple stuff, like with the iPhone 12 and the iPod Pro, and even the MacBooks are pretty much rumored to be getting like a squared off design. So yeah, I mean,
yeah,
it's very like coherent, and you can like all the stuff will be like similar, which is nice. But especially with the watch, I don't know if this square design is the right move for a watch, because I don't know about you, but I like my watch like basically like a very flush. So I'm a little bit concerned about the comfort, basically, about this one. If it's like a very flat, boxy, squared off design.
Maybe then the smaller one will be better to wear than the big one. Maybe the big one is gonna be too like a matchbox.
Yeah.
I can see that.
We'll see.
I
Anyway.
don't mind it. I mean, consistency. I've been hearing a lot of YouTube, like tech YouTube, making think about this square design that is like uncomfortable to hold, and phones should not be square and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
I
it feels different. It doesn't feel worse to hold like iPhone 12 compared to, to
I would even say
to iPhone 11.
iPhone 12 is way better to hold than iPhone 11 basically, because yeah, it's very like square-ish, so you can really hold, because the iPhone 11 was like rounded here, so that's why. Come on.
Yeah, it's easier to hold like you're showing right now in my stream, like when you hold with 2 fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like people are saying like, oh, it's like cuts into your hand when you're holding it with like one hand, and I'm like, girl, what kind of hand do you have that is like cutting into your hand? Like, stop it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if this is the journey they're taking with the square design, sure, it looks good, and I mean, eventually it's gonna become dated, so they're probably gonna go back to rounded corners because that's how technology works.
Yes, exactly.
You know?
Yeah, there's a good.
It fluctuates between flatness and roundness.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then every time it like changes cycles, the previous design becomes dated, and the new one it becomes ultra modern. Even though it's the same thing that was before.
Yeah.
So, you know how it works.
Yeah, exactly. If you even remember the iPhone, the iPhone 1 was rounded, iPhone 4 was flat, iPhone
6 was back to rounded.
6 was back to rounded.
And then this second roundedness lasted a long time. From 6 all the way to 11.
Yeah,
so
all the way to
like
11, yeah. And now we're back to, square, so.
Still to this day, iPhone 4 is my favorite design of an iPhone, honestly.
Yes.
And it's my favorite iPhone, probably, that I've had.
That is
4S. I had 4S, not the 4. It was just perfect little phone. And 12, I have the white 12, and it is very, very similar. Like, it feels very similar to, of course, it's significantly larger than what the 4S was, but it feels like very similar to that. So I like it.
Yeah. Also, one news rumor basically that is going to happen probably in tomorrow. iPhone 13 will support satellite communication.
Right.
That is
I heard something about that.
And a lot of people were hoping like, oh my god, I can phone to space? Yeah,
Yes.
no.
Communicate with the extraterrestrial life forms on Mars?
Yes, exactly.
Yes, you can do that.
Call the Doom guy on Mars. Yeah.
No, people will be able to call Elon when he goes to space next time.
Oh yeah, Jeff, right? And
Jeff, yes, Jeff, Elon, like all the billionaires.
Oh my god. Yeah. Anyway, so it's gonna be way less exciting than that, but because it's rumored to be basically like, if you have to make an emergency call and there is no like, phone mast. Phone mast? Yeah. What is the call?
Coverage,
tower.
like a pole.
Yeah. Like a phone
tower. Yeah.
Tower. For like, if you don't have like 4G or 5G or something, then.
Not very relatable. Speaking of, like in Estonia.
Yeah.
Where I feel like there's coverage everywhere, but.
Yes. Now.
Yeah.
Should be pretty much in any forest, you will be covered pretty much. Yes, and so just for emergency, at least on launch, and later down the road they might implement it for other things. Who knows? But yeah, that's. I mean, hey, if you want to buy a phone and brag about other people that your phone can make technically satellite calls, then sure.
It's like when phones have 8K recording capabilities, like I think Samsung flagships have 8K, So technically you can record for 8K footage. It looks like garbage, but you still can do it.
Yeah,
Kind of like that.
in case you're wondering, there are some phones out there that can record 8K, but the bitrate is so low that it's like it's even like 24 FPS or something like, so it's not even come on, it's
Very cinematic.
it's very marketing speaky, so yeah. Okay,
Totally.
let's move on. Let's move on to one of the favorite topics for my lovely co-host. But
Before we do that,
okay, yes.
I want to very quickly express my not disappointment, but
yes,
apprehension, I guess. Because tomorrow, the Apple event is gonna happen, and Apple are going to sell the high refresh rate on iPhone as something that just has never existed in any phone ever.
Yes.
Because that's what they usually do, even though now pretty much every smartphone manufacturer on the planet has at least some kind of high refresh rate model on the market. So that will be a little bit painful to watch.
Yes, and one other thing that they're gonna release tomorrow is a huge notch, technically, because yes, it's smaller this time, but compared to the competition, basically, it's gonna be massive. Because pretty much every single other phone maker is like already at the point of hole punch, like just a little tiny camera in your, or even like under screen cameras at this point. So basically no other phone, maybe, I don't know, maybe the Google Pixel might still have a notch, who knows, but
I don't think it will.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna have a hole punch.
Yeah, the hole punch camera is pretty much almost adopted by pretty much all of the phone manufacturers anyway, so it's gonna be a little cringe to watch, like, yes, revolutionary smaller notch, meanwhile the industry is way bad.
I actually don't think they're gonna make a big deal out of the notch. I feel like they're just gonna make, when they present the iPhone in a trailer or whatever, they're going to just make an animation of the notch shrinking, and this will be it. I don't think they're even gonna mention it.
That's
and I will go on record as one of the people who actually don't hate the notch. I think it's very much like, I mean, it's a meme. It's somewhere between a meme and like a deliberate design choice. Because I feel like Apple has the tech to make a hole punch iPhone, and they do have the tech to maybe even make a under the screen camera. Like recently there was somebody who made like an adequate, like a okay-ish under the screen camera. Selfie camera. I don't remember which company that was.
The newest one is from Samsung, right? The Fold 3.
Oh, the Samsung has it. Yeah, okay, the Samsung
Fold 3.
Okay. Yeah. I wasn't sure if it was Samsung or some like less high-profile developer, manufacturer. Yeah. So like, yeah. I don't hate the notch, but yeah, I completely agree with you that like at this point, shrinking it instead of just like removing it is like, okay. Sure.
Yeah.
But if they do make a big deal out of it, then you're totally right. Then I'm gonna be like, also, okay, Tim.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on.
Okay, Tim.
I feel like they won't, because they kind of know that at this point it's not a particularly like fresh look to have. And I mean, to be fair, we do get a lot of stuff from the notch. And I mean, they still have the best facial recognition tech smartphones.
Yes.
Is it worth the trade-off? I don't really know. It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
But the high refresh rate screen, I'm sure they're gonna be like, we worked tirelessly.
Yes.
With our they're not even gonna mention Samsung. We worked tirelessly and we finally did it. World's first. I don't know. They're gonna do like world's first 120 Hz refresh screen on the phone. With an adaptive refresh rate
that you can't
that goes.
probably adjust to your own liking, because some manufacturers like let you choose, like I want 60 hertz, I want 90 hertz or something. Pretty sure
Mhm.
Apple is like not allowing you to choose that option.
I agree, but I do feel like this is the thing. This is my like hot take slash call or whatever. You know how like when you have, especially when it comes to phones with high 120 hertz refresh rates,
Yeah.
you're given an option to either have a full resolution 60 hertz mode or like a like lesser resolution 120 hertz mode. You know, it's usually like that because then it takes way too much battery. But I feel like the iPhone 13 Pro or whatever is gonna be full resolution at 120 hertz. 120 hertz.
Yeah.
Whatever the resolution is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's quite high resolution. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it. And the Pro Max is gonna be the same, full resolution at 120 hertz.
Yep. Yep.
And they'll probably still give you the option to go to 60. I feel like because they give you the option to do that on the iPad Pro. So why not?
Ooh, maybe, yeah.
Because if your battery starts degrading eventually, this will be one of the good ways to make it last longer.
Yep.
But I am quite skeptical about like how it's all gonna work as like a first gen high refresh iPhone in terms of like battery life and stuff. I feel like it's gonna be a little bit tricky.
Same. Especially, iPhone is not known for their big batteries, so
yeah,
we'll see. But yeah, that's why I feel like they gonna pretty aggressively tone down to 60 when you're not like needing the 120 hertz. I feel like as soon as you're looking at static images, then they're gonna.
Oh, I'm sure it's gonna have something like that. iPad Pro can go down to 24, depending on what you're watching. I wouldn't be surprised at all if that's the same for the iPhone.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they spent so long. So I wouldn't be surprised if like you're watching like a movie, it will go down to 24 hertz.
Oh, speaking of,
then
one of the rumors that we didn't mention is also that the iPhone will have like a always-on display, basically that can go down to 1 hertz, just like the Apple Watch 5 and the 6, I guess. Maybe 5 and 6, both. At least the 5. Yeah. So you can have better battery life, basically. So that's probably contributing some battery life back to the iPhone, I feel like. But if I had to guess, Apple Watch 5, it didn't help that much, I feel like, with the always-on display. It's still dead.
Well, you are reducing the refresh rate of display, of course, but you are still displaying things on the screen.
Yes.
Even at a very low brightness, whatever.
Yep.
What did it have? Like time and the widgets, like in like black and white, right? Widgets.
Yep.
So it's still, I mean, yeah, it's gonna like reduce the battery life and improve the battery life at the same time. So fundamentally, I don't feel like it's gonna have such a big difference. But I mean, yeah, if they manage to make it like a 1 to 120 hertz refresh rate, depending on what's happening, then I guess it's kind of cool. But still, like they're gonna make it sound as if like nobody has ever done this before, so that's gonna be funny.
Yeah. Okay.
We invented high refresh rate.
Yeah. That's the name of this live stream. That's gonna be the title. Anyway, let's move on finally from Apple stuff, and let's talk about Kyrylo's favorite topic, PlayStation. But first, we're gonna have a meme break. I don't know. Yeah.
All right.
I feel like I like to meme it up a little bit, and I feel like this was quite funny to me. I don't know. probably not that funny to most of us, but most of you anyway. But okay, and the second one, this one.
I don't really know what.
Okay, we have to go back to the first one because I don't.
And I am back.
I don't.
Okay, I will.
And I did not become a Lackawanna County volunteer sheriff's deputy to make friends.
I don't get
By
the
the way,
sound
I
from
haven't.
the
Bananas.
the second meme.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Okay.
This day is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A. I don't have a headache.
Oh my god.
What's happening?
I'm just preparing.
What's
I
happening?
will do whatever it takes to survive. Like
I guess
did.
another thing that happened
I
is
was
that I
homeless
finished The Office.
All right.
That happened
good.
a long time
Guys
ago.
ragging on each other.
Sorry.
That's what guys
Okay.
do.
Yeah,
Jan's
that's
coming
it.
in from corporate to talk to all the women about.
Anyway, okay, yeah, there was sound, but yeah, you couldn't hear it. Okay, you can rewatch the stuff. But yeah, the first one was Dove chocolate tastes way better than their soap.
What is Dove chocolate?
Dove chocolate? Haven't
Yeah.
you? No, you haven't seen it?
No.
Really? Dove chocolate is a thing, yeah. So
I'm gonna Google.
yeah, here it is.
Oh my god, there is Dove chocolate.
Yes.
What the?
Yeah.
I have never seen this in my life before.
Yeah, I guess this is not sold in this country, but I have seen it also in foreign countries. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Western Europe, I think it has it also, but yeah, US.
Fascinating.
Yeah, Dove chocolate tastes better than their soap. Anyway, so meme break over, and let's talk about PlayStation, because there was a biggest announcement, PlayStation Showcase 2021. So tell me, what are
It
you
happened, yeah.
what are you excited about it? What are you
Let me pull up. Let
Yeah.
me pull up. I already forgot what happened.
I can, but from the top of your head, if you remember like any of the games, what are you excited most about it?
Yeah. Alright. So what happened? A bunch of stuff happened. I think it was pretty good presentation. It wasn't amazing because there was a lot of like CG trailers that didn't have any gameplay in it, and I cannot tolerate like CG trailers in video games at all. Like, what's the point of them, you know? They don't tell me anything about the game and how it plays, so or what it looks like, you know, in the actual game. So like it's just pointless for me. And like so many companies show these at these events. Like, oh, look at our cool new whatever the fuck, you know, Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, well, it's not gonna look like this when it releases, and it doesn't say anything about the gameplay, you know, this trailer. So like, it's pointless. Okay, rant over.
Okay.
All right. So what happened? So a very classical game is going to be remade with the help from Sony, I think. It wasn't necessarily clear, but Knights of the Old Republic is going to be remade,
Yes. This
which
one.
is a huge deal for many people.
Yeah, Star Wars. Can I show this?
It's considered to be perhaps the best Star Wars game ever made, and it's supposed to. I never played it. It's like a old PC RPG, so it is quite a struggle to play right now, in terms of like mechanics and like gameplay mechanics and stuff like that. But it's still supposed to have like one of the best stories in Star Wars, like period. So I'm thinking that they are going to take this story and they're gonna change a lot of the gameplay, but keep the story, you know, as you know, as intact as they can. Maybe expand it a little bit.
Is this?
But I feel like the gameplay is gonna be significantly different.
How about how high is this on your like excited about this game on a scale 1 to something, or is this the?
I would say for me it's about a 7
Okay.
because I haven't played the original game, but I want to play this one. So it's like I want to play it, and Sony is involved, so like there is probably some money behind this remake, but the company remaking it I'm not familiar with. And as to my understanding is that they have never made like high-profile games before. So there is like a part of me that is like, it may not be like, phenomenal, which it should be, because like the base, it has everything it needs to be phenomenal. It just needs to have like good vision for it.
Yeah.
So I would say it's a 7, but probably for like Morris, it's probably like a 9.
Ooh.
He's a huge Star Wars fan, and he's
Ooh.
played this game many times, I'm sure.
Nice.
So
I would love to. Yeah, I would love to try it also, but yeah, PlayStation. I don't have one. But
yeah, who does?
yeah,
Honestly, I mean PlayStation 5 specifically. Who does? I'm still convinced that I'm like the only one of the 2 people in the country who has one.
yeah, exactly. Oh man.
So
Still going for 650 euros right now for second hand, like individual selling, not stores. 650 right now. I just today I saw one.
That's like still a lot.
Yeah. Anyway, so is this the highest?
So moving on.
Most exciting thing game, or is there some other ones for you?
For me personally,
Mm-hmm.
let me confirm that I remember everything that was happening.
Mm.
I guess the most exciting thing that I saw was the fact that there was GTA 5 for PS5. No, I'm just kidding. Nobody cares about GTA 5.
I was just gonna say.
What a joke. I can't even believe. Thankfully, it was a very short trailer,
Yeah.
but I couldn't believe that they're actually showing it.
Yeah.
The game came out in like 2011.
Yeah. What the? Yeah, I was also like, what year is it? What the hell is going on? GTA 5?
And like,
Come on.
and a month ago, Bethesda announced PS5 and Xbox Series X versions of Skyrim. So we are still in 2011, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Alright, so some of the big announcements, I guess the God of War 2 was probably the biggest announcement.
That looks alright.
To my shame, I haven't finished the first game. I know that it's like considered to be the best PlayStation 4 exclusive game, which is wrong because that game is Bloodborne. But I'm definitely going to play God of War 1 and 2. It looked good. People got upset because it featured a fat Thor. I don't know if you have a picture for it. Maybe you could like search God of War Thor. People were very actively upset because the Thor in the game is fat, which is funny because like there are multiple references for him in the first game, and in all these references he's described as like this. How do I say it? Like this, like.
Oh my god.
Party, drink all the mead, lazy fat bastard, basically is how he described it in the first game. But somehow people were upset about it. But yeah, it looks good. It doesn't look phenomenal because it is like a cross-generational game. Well, I mean, it doesn't look phenomenal. Okay, I have to, because the first game looked amazing. For PS4. When it came out, it just looked, it was like the most lifelike game like ever. And it still looks amazing to this day on PS5. They released like a high frame rate mode, and like they really like touched it up a little bit. So it still looks amazing. But like the sequel looks very similar to that, which is fine. But it doesn't look as good as like Ratchet & Clank that was released a few months ago. It doesn't look as good as Demon's Souls Remake. Obviously, because it's not made for PS5. It's made for PS4. But yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be the final game in this Norse mythology-inspired series. So yeah, that's good. What else? Insomniac. Speaking of Ratchet and Clank, Insomniac was like a super big like news bringer for this presentation. So everybody knew that they're making Spider-Man 2. which I'm very excited for. I really liked the Spider-Man 1, and I haven't played yet Miles Morales, but I will soon. So they announced Spider-Man 2 that is coming in 2023. So a long way away, assuming that it doesn't get delayed, which it probably will. But then again, actually Insomniac doesn't delay their games that very often. So I kind of have a little bit of faith that it's going to come out in 2023. So that's fun. The first game was very good. And they also announced they're making a Wolverine game.
Yes. Okay. I'm finally. Dear God.
The Wolverine game came kind of out of nowhere for me.
Yeah.
And I'm interested because I have faith in Insomniac. I think they are the best developer that PlayStation has at this point. In terms of like consistently making good games. So yeah, I'm interested to see where they take it. I feel like it's gonna be very different from Spider-Man, like tone-wise. It's gonna be like more serious. But yeah, I mean, do it. I'm kind of a little bit like apprehensive that like Insomniac are gonna become the Marvel developer at this point. You know, they're already working on Spider-Man and Wolverine, and who knows what next. Maybe they'll be given what kind of superhero.
Ant-Man.
So, Ant-Man, yeah. Oh, actually, no joke.
Yeah.
I would kind of live for an Ant-Man game.
Really?
When you could create, yeah, can you imagine like having gameplay where you like
are super tiny.
You know, yeah, super tiny.
Yeah.
And it's like action packed, like with ants and other insects. That sounds actually kind of cool.
Actually, yeah, I think so. Yeah. Now that I think about it, okay, sure. So your top 3 most exciting?
My top 3. My top 3 is. Let me think. My top 3. I'm not gonna put God of War in my top 3 because I haven't played the first game, so I'm not gonna like, you know. Spider-Man 2 is gonna be there, and then this other game called Chia. We haven't talked about this game yet. It was a small indie game. It's like an open world adventure game that is inspired by New Caledonia Island. That looked cool and very cute. And I'm always down for this kind of like open world adventure game where I'm not like actively frustrated about dying all the time. And it looks adorable, so I'm into that. And my final choice for top 3 would be actually Ghostwire Tokyo game.
Really? Where was that?
Yeah.
Wait. Is that not on the list?
Oh, come on. It should be on the list.
Polygon.
Really? It wasn't in the top announcements? Oh, you have to be kidding me.
The biggest announcement of 2021. It's not.
It's not the biggest announcement of 2021. So Ghostwire Tokyo is actually a game that is being developed by a Tango studio, which is part of Bethesda, right? Which, as we know, is now owned by Microsoft. However, this game is going to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive game at first.
Oh, why? Ghostwire
Yeah.
Tokyo.
Because apparently PlayStation either bought the rights or helped develop the game. I'm not entirely clear on it. But it is going to be exclusive to PlayStation for at least like a year, I imagine. And it is like it has a little bit of like a weird history where at first it was like a horror game, but then like they kind of changed direction, so now it's like a first-person action game where you're fighting basically like Japanese yokai-inspired demons with magic and like incantations and stuff like that. So it's kind of like Doom without guns. Instead of you like spell sling with your hands, and instead of demons, you're finding like weird hairy ladies and like monsters with gigantic mouths and bunch of teeth and stuff like that.
Sounds
It looks fun. It doesn't look scary, but it looks creepier than I would say like Doom. You know, Doom is like totally not a horror game, but I feel like this has a little bit of like a horror element to it. You have like slender people and like creepy demons with like glowing eyes and like umbrellas and hoods they're hiding behind.
Yeah.
I have no idea if it's gonna be good. The trailer was very action, very cool like effects. You're like casting spells using some gestures with your hands.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always down for some like combat, not combat, for some like magic-based combat in games.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Sounds good. All right.
And yeah, I guess God of War is like honorable mention because I'm sure it's gonna be good. Well, good. I'm sure it's gonna be great, and I'm sure it's gonna, people will love, and it's gonna be a great PlayStation 4/5 game. I just haven't finished the first game. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's not like at the top of my list right this second. Also, Uncharted 4 remaster. Get out of here. Like this was almost as like sigh-inducing moment as the GTA remastered or like GTA PS5. Like Uncharted does not need a remaster. And not to mention that the footage that they show looks very similar to what it looks like on PS4. So I'm like, okay, I guess it's gonna be remastered. They're gonna sell it again.
Yeah.
And it is coming to PC.
Yeah, it's coming to PC also. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That I don't mind. I know there are a lot of people who like go completely bonanza when some PlayStation games come to PC many years after the fact. I'm like, okay, it's okay. Like they already made all the money they could possibly make on it on PlayStation. So if like I don't know, a few thousand people more will buy it on PC, sure, whatever. They'll be just exposed to these characters and series, and maybe they'll buy a PlayStation to play the most recent games. Because like Uncharted 4 is not a new game. It's like 2014, I think. So
yeah. Okay.
Everybody who wanted to play it on PlayStation already played it on PlayStation, I'm sure.
Maybe. Or they don't have one.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, yeah. Everybody who has a PlayStation and wanted to play it, I'm sure already played it. It was given away for free, I think, on like PlayStation Plus at some point. Like there were plenty of ways for you to play it.
Okay.
So I don't see a point of being upset that it's coming to PC, and it's not gonna be like it's gonna be sold for like, well, I don't know for how much, but it's probably gonna be at least like $40.
All right.
So.
Yes. Okay.
But yeah, it was a good presentation. I liked it.
All right.
Still no Bloodborne 2, so it doesn't get a 10 out of 10 from me. But at this point, I accepted that it's not going to happen, and it's okay. Bloodborne can still be the best game ever made, but it's just not gonna have a sequel. It's just gonna be a one-off.
Maybe one-hit wonder. Yes. Okay, we'll see. Maybe or maybe it will launch in some like completely out of the blue. Nobody is expecting it, and then it's like, what? Okay. Anyway.
High-profile games don't launch like that because they have to be marketed. But if it was like announced and like it's coming in like 3 months or something like that, people will lose their shit totally. Because like the developer of the first game is releasing a game in a few months. In January, I think. So yeah, it would totally be like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah. Oh man. I can't believe GTA 5 basically is on still. It's like, what? I was just like.
I was very thankful that they made it very short, but also speaking of the footage that looked very like samey, it did not look like anything special.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like, okay, well, it looks like GTA.
Yeah, exactly. I was also like, what?
Well, I mean, of course you can't it already exists. If you're not remastering it or remaking it, then it's gonna be the same as what it was on PS3. It's gonna have higher resolution, higher frame rate, and that's about it.
Yeah, and I don't know. Well, yes.
Even though I don't have a horse in this race, I'm one of the 3 people on the planet who don't own GTA 5 at this point. Actually. And I think there are better game series that do a similar thing, personally, than what GTA does. Similar thing, but better than what they do.
I feel like I haven't played Cyberpunk yet, but I have seen the clips, and Cyberpunk really looks like a GTA 5 in the future, basically, like
In first person, yeah.
in first person, yeah. I don't know.
But what I was gonna say is that, like, thankfully I wasn't the only person who is over GTA 5, because, like, the reveal trailer of this thing, the version coming to PS5 is sitting at like 75 or 80% dislikes on YouTube.
Oh.
So
Oh.
people are kind of sick of it. I mean, yeah. I mean, what can you say? Like, Rockstar haven't made a game in many years. Many years.
This is kind of... I'm showing the dislike to like ratio right now.
Oh, yeah.
Oof. Okay. People
Yeah. And I mean, of course, I get it. You know, the game makes a ton of money for them. The online version portion of the game makes a ton of money. So, like, why would you make a new game?
Yeah.
But also, I feel like if you're like a creative person working for Rockstar, you know, an artist or a programmer or whatever, like, what are you doing there? You know, just sitting there.
Okay, I don't know. One other quick bit of news that I wanted to include in this episode. Today, was it today? Oh, I'm actually not sure. I'm not completely sure. Okay, but for my Estonians, Google Pay is finally here. Oh my god!
Whoa!
This has taken quite some years. Dear Lord. So yeah, the list.
That's kind of a big deal.
I don't know, at least for because Android. Android is absolutely the major operating system here. So all the banks, even Wise, Swedbank, Revolut, PayerNet. Okay, that's a new one. And Monies, Curve, LHB, InBank. Yeah, so PayerNet. I haven't never. Okay. Anyway, yeah, they all supported by.
Wait, I feel like there is some bank that is missing.
Oh yeah, there is one missing.
Like a big one.
SEB.
SEB, yeah. That's kind of a big one.
Okay. I'm gonna say something that I shouldn't.
Okay.
Because
popcorn? I'm getting popcorn.
Because this was said to me in confidential. But
well, we're not gonna mention who said that.
Yes, we're not gonna mention the name because I don't want to get him or her in trouble. But SEB is working on Apple Pay and Google Pay, and they will probably release it in the end of the year. But you didn't hear it from me.
Wait, okay, then I have a question.
Yes.
Because Swedbank has had Apple Pay for a long time now.
Yes.
There are banks who don't have Apple Pay?
Yeah. SEB is the only bank for years now.
I see.
For years, people have been like, what the hell are you doing? We want to pay with Apple Pay and Google Pay. What the hell are you doing? Come on. And my camera. Come on.
I see. Interesting.
Yes, and SEB is the only bank pretty much in Estonia that, no further information when people ask on Facebook or social media, basically, but yeah.
Maybe they're gonna launch like at the same time.
Yeah.
Apple Pay, Google Pay,
probably.
Whatever you like.
But yeah, pretty much every other bank has it already for... I think for 2 years, something like that, or some. Yeah.
It feels like it's been a while, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for Swedbank at least, yeah.
But yeah, the news today: Google Pay is now official, and
yes, that's good.
Some into Kyrylo Pacera. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough of news for today, and one other thing that I wanted to mention is Matrix. Yes.
Oh right, yeah, I've seen the trailer for Matrix 4.
Yes, this was on trending, on #1 trending pretty much for some time, and Matrix 4. Yes, if you're not a Matrix fan, then I'm sorry for you, I guess. I don't know, but okay. I'm gonna say an unpopular opinion. I really like all the Matrix movies. Yes, the first one.
That would be an unpopular opinion.
Yes, that is actually, yeah. I'm fully aware of internet is like, yeah, the first one is pretty good and pretty great, but the second and third one are like, and I am completely aware, and I like the second one, I like the third one also, but yes, of course, the first one is the best one, absolutely, no doubt, absolutely. But yes, I was really excited about Matrix 4, and then I watched the trailer.
Oh, you didn't like the trailer?
I really like that Keanu is back. I really like that Trinity is back.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like about Morpheus, because Morpheus is kind of back, kind of not, because it's played by a new actor. Can I... Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is Morpheus. So it's not played by Lawrence Fishburne anymore, which is okay, I guess. But the biggest letdown for me is basically the vibe is gone. Because Matrix had, for me at least, it had this green cyberpunky tint all over the movies, and this little way more darker cyberpunky grittier feel basically to me, and this is basically gone. Aside from the plot, and this is my main gripe basically. It's very like very, very, very colorful, I feel like, and it's not the same feel anymore, to me at least. It's the cyberpunk feel is gone for me, and this reminded me way more of John Wick or something. It's more like a.
It doesn't help that Keanu looks like he basically walked like the set where they're shooting John Wick and the set where they're losing Matrix is like next door, and like when he had a coffee break from the John Wick film, he just like went over and like, okay, we have 10 minutes, let's go. Let's work, people, without any like makeup changes or like hairstyle changes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm quite skeptical of this film, honestly. Well, I mean, in terms of like the style and aesthetic, I get it. I also feel like Matrix, the first 3 films, were very much like a product of a different time. Like the first film came out at the end of 90s, and so the sequels, the sequels were like early 2000s. So they definitely felt like a 2000s films, you know. So the sensibilities kind of changed over the last decade.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of feel like there was a way to make it like not exactly in the same style, you know, but like modernize it and bring it to the 2021. Because like if you just like jump through the trailer like you're doing right now, it does kind of look like your regular like action film.
Yeah.
Or something. It could be like Mission Impossible or whatever.
Any of them pretty much.
Die Hard.
Yeah. I don't mind action, and I don't mind like modernizing the take on Matrix basically. So it's like, yeah, of course, like let's do Matrix but just nowadays. I don't hate the idea. I that's okay. But yeah, the look and
I also.
yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
And now I also have to say that I have seen all three films, but the last, well, at the time when they were coming out, I was very little, and the last time I've seen them was a long, long time ago. So I actually told Maurice that it would be kind of nice to rewatch them, and just because, like, in my mind, Matrix is about like action scenes and fighting. You know, this is kind of what I remember about it. But like a younger me completely missed like the entire Matrix like thing, you know, the thing of Matrix, and like the metaphors and whatever they had. So I kind of want to rewatch it and see like how good the first film was and how bad allegedly the second and the third one were. So yeah, I'm skeptical a little bit about this film as well.
Yeah.
Because like they aren't doing the film together, like the both directors. Only one of them is coming back for the film.
Yeah.
And they did manage to get the some of the cast back, but other people are not coming. And yeah, I mean, I hope that it's good. This will be probably the film that I will go watch in the movies.
Yeah.
I haven't been to movies in a long, long time.
Yep. If the world still exists by then. And
thankfully it's coming out in like what? December, right? So just a couple.
Yeah, 22nd of December.
Just a few months to hold on.
Yeah.
And we can watch it.
Yep.
I do wonder if it's needed, you know? You kind of have to wonder if like there has been like what, a 15-year time gap between the previous film in the series and the sequel. It's like, does it have to exist? You know, is it something that they're doing because they have a vision for a new episode of Matrix, or is it because Wachowskis are running out of money?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I hope also it's gonna be good. So and
also on a side note, I feel like if we had a video game based on the Matrix IP in 2021 or 2022 or 2023, it could be cool. Like with modern tech. It could be a cool game.
Oh.
Not retelling the story of the movies or anything like that, just like a completely new thing set in the Matrix universe.
Okay. Yeah. Could be cool. We'll see. Maybe. Let's talk about the last thing about I wanted to mention for this week is some music.
Yay.
Yes. So I don't know. If you haven't listened to La Rue, then you should. Then she made a new song. Damage. Oh, come on. Why is this so bad? Spotify, I have always trouble with Spotify. Ah, come on. This is not moving.
The struggle.
Sorry. How can I move this? Oh, come on. Google. Yeah, here it is. So damaged goods. Check out the song. Pretty good. La Rue. Click on it. Yes. And that's about it. Back to the my camera needs to okay. So yes. So good to have you back.
Now your camera is back to darkness. Yeah, totally. So next week, or actually, well, this week, I guess. This week I have a Sunday off, so we can do it on Sunday.
Awesome.
It's gonna be a little bit of like a shorter gap between the episodes, but at this point my schedule is a little bit weird because like we are having a little bit of an issue with staff because most people who work there are like students, like school kids basically, who can work in very specific times during the week, which is mostly like evenings and weekends. And then like the entire schedule is now a little bit messed up. So we're looking for new people. Speaking of, if you're interested in working at a restaurant, in whatever position, I'm sure they will not like force anyone into anything at this point because we need people everywhere. Work in the center of Tardu. 2 minutes away from the town square.
Yeah.
What else? The pay is fine. Depends on how long you will stick around.
Yeah.
And yeah, very flexible schedule, seemingly. My schedule is a little bit like right now busy because I asked for more hours and they gave me like full fat, like 160.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm working like 4 or 5 days a week basically. But thankfully right now, because like I can work in the mornings and many other people cannot, my schedule right now is kind of a little bit like more clear to me. So I like always work mornings, and then sometimes I work full days. That's kind of my thing right now.
Yeah.
And then usually on weekends, like the other students work. But this week I have Sunday off, so we can do it then.
Nice. All right. Awesome. Yeah, I wanted to say something also. Oh, crap. What was it? Anyway. Yeah, that's enough of us, I guess.
I wanted to say that I'm playing game.
Oh, yes. Please.
Two games actually. One game is called Shadowverse Champions Battle. It's a Switch exclusive for now, and it's based on a digital card game called Shadowverse, which then was made into an anime series, kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh! Have you ever heard about Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So it is kind of following the similar trajectory. So it was first a game, then it was made into manga, then it was made into anime, and then it was made into games, like digital games. So it's kind of like that. So it's mostly like a marketing material, basically, for the actual game on PC and mobile. It's not available on Steam, so it's probably just the actual Shadowverse game. But yeah, it's like very good. I was very surprised. It's like a story-driven card battle RPG basically.
Is it this
where it follows
Shadowverse CCG? That's the name?
That's the game that this game is based on.
Oh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. I'm looking at
because
it on Steam actually.
Yeah, I see it, but this is like the actual card game.
Oh.
That this game is based on.
Oh.
This is the actual Yu-Gi-Oh! That the card that this particular game is based on.
I see.
And it's really, really good. It like retells basically the entire plot of the anime. It's and the combat system is basically the card game. So you're like a school kid. You are in the Shadowverse club, like Japanese schools have like after classes clubs, like leisure kind of activities.
Okay.
And like you're participating in tournaments and all of this ridiculous stuff. And it's basically Yu-Gi-Oh-esque. Konami completely abandoned like the idea of making like putting effort into making Yu-Gi-Oh related video games. But this one is actually really good. Okay. So if you're into like anime, card games, and ridiculous cliche anime tropes,
yeah,
this is like a perfect game.
All right, sounds good.
And like I mean, it's not even like so bad that it's good. It's like I think it's actually like a really good game. I was surprised. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna check it out, and then it turned out to be pretty amazing.
Sounds good.
And the second game is a very new game. It came out like a couple of days ago, called Tales of Arise. It's the most recent game in a long-running series. It's not quite as like long as Final Fantasy, but it's close. It's like a JRPG series, Japanese RPG series.
Okay.
Very positive on Steam. Yeah, and so far it's actually quite incredible. It looks amazing. The story is very cool. It's like using some very weird, like interesting themes that you don't usually like see in, well, specifically in like JRPGs. Usually it's like, oh, the end of the world, blah blah blah. You're the savior. But here it's like basically that one country was like significantly more technologically advanced than the other country, and they basically colonized the entire land and divided it into like smaller like lands. So it's like about colonization and like living under like colonial rule and oppression and slavery and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, so far it's been it was like showing different sides of these like things, you know. Yeah, so far it's been great. It looks amazing. The combat system they improved a lot on. This is like a big part of the game. The characters are great. And yeah, I would definitely recommend. This year so far has been very good for Japanese RPG fans, but this is probably like the game of the year, honestly, so far.
Wow.
As far as like JRPGs at least are concerned.
That's quite the endorsement. Very nice. Okay.
And coming from Bandai Namco, they have a very like, you know, they have a very mixed bag when it comes to game output. But lately have been really like doing good work. And this one is probably the best game that they released recently. No, not probably. It's the best game that they released over the last few years, honestly. So yeah, I wasn't expecting to buy it actually at launch. I was expecting, okay, I want to play it, but you know, on sale maybe later down the line. And then I was like, well, actually, like I don't really have any games coming soon that I want to play, so maybe. And then reviews started coming out, and people were like, what the hell, this is like one of the best JRPGs we've played in like years. And I was like, okay, I guess I have to play it now.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
So again, if you're into anime bullshit, but it's less cliche. Like it has some cliche moments that you can like, okay, well, yeah, you know. But it's going to territories that like I don't expect, like anime based. No, it's not anime based. It's just like aesthetic is anime like, you know. It goes into like territory that I don't usually expect these games to go to, and so far they're doing a good job. Like I'm like, okay, well this is work. Let's go. Let's see what's happening.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
That's all I have to say.
So,
For the next few months, I have absolutely nothing in terms of video games to recommend or like endorse or play. I checked. The closest upcoming game that I'm interested in is a remake of a Pokemon game. And another only JRPGs are good this year. What is this? And a new game and also another super long-running game that is super niche, but is also like kind of a great series. But we'll talk about it maybe closer to launch.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, September. Actually, it will be more. I'm really glad that September is actually, because that means pretty much way more tech news, because that's has been a little bit of a struggle, I guess. But then again, we're gonna. But yeah, then more exciting stuff, right? September, October are very, very heavy tech news cycles.
I really wish we could have done like a sort of like a watch along for tomorrow's event, but
yeah, you're working
like we did last time for the
watch along,
whatever it was for the iMac event.
Yeah.
Do you know what time it is tomorrow?
It's always at 8 o'clock in Estonian time.
8 p.m. Okay, I don't know what it's gonna be like. I hope that I only work in the morning, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, maybe
see.
We'll see if we can make it happen. I don't know. I don't know about myself also. Anyway,
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, we've been going at it for 2 hours.
Yes.
As planned.
Yes. 2:03. So
a little bit of a longer stream this week.
Yes, get Google Play going on your Android phone, and play the games that we showed off and Kyrylo recommended, and we're gonna
Yeah,
see
Tales of Arise.
Yes, Tales of
Good
Arise.
stuff.
And
Shadowverse, I will forgive you if you don't play, but Tales of Arise is like good stuff.
yes.
And go get yourself the spying Ray-Bans.
Oh god.
Oh.
Yes. I don't know. Yeah, people are like traveling to Italy, buying them, and coming back, and they're like, "Look what I have."
They have like everybody on the street is wearing those. That sounds great.
Yes, I can film. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, thank you. Leave a comment about what should they leave a comment about? Are you excited about Matrix 4? Or
Me?
No, the people who are leaving the comment.
Oh.
But
I feel like tech nerds should be excited about Matrix 4 regardless.
Yeah.
You know, it may be awful.
Yeah.
It may be complete trash, but I feel like if you're a tech nerd, you should be interested in the Matrix.
Yeah. I will definitely also probably see it in the cinema, like movies, and that's how at least to show the I don't know, the respect to as I have to the franchise, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, and or leave a comment if you have a PlayStation 5. Then that means you can play most of the games that were announced. And yes, stay awesome, and see you again next time, right?
Yeah, see you later this week, actually.
Yes. All right. Peace out. See you again next time.
Bye.
Stopping.